Okay. Hey folks, welcome to the SIG testing meeting. As noted earlier, we have a short agenda, so just the annual report for all SIGs are due tomorrow, May 1st. Thanks, Brady, for taking care of a bunch of this. Do we just want to look over that real quick and see if there's anything else that we should call out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Let me see if I can share my screen without sharing all of the shopping I'm doing. Okay, is this visible? If somebody else has the Slack, I think Ben pointed out something that could be added here.
Yeah, let me go take a look.
And yeah, I guess this is for 2023 work, so a lot of the stuff we have, I think, is not going to be highlighted here yet.
Yeah, a lot of the big stuff that I feel like we've done recently has been for next year,
Yeah,
next year's report.
there was a lot of the job migration, so I think it's still worth calling out. Is
Mhm.
the CIA migration work the one that Ben called out?
Yeah, that's the one that Ben put in.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair. I feel like
I imagine the owners and areas still needing help is going to be about the same from last year. I don't think anything's really changed.
I think so. I'm also seeing a lot of the some of the ones listed down here. I think we don't have a lot of areas that have sufficient owners. I think we have maybe at least some of these areas have like at least one point of contact, but like two is
Mhm.
kind of sus. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and list what other SIG testing subprojects do we have?
So for last year, it was Bosco's Kettle, Tube Test 2, and Prowl were listed as the projects needing help.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put test grade down below because I agree, but I don't think it's nearly as
That's
big of an issue as Proud not having a lot of active owners. Um, I know we had at least one update.
We didn't have any active cats because this was generated.
Yeah, that sounds right.
They whenever they generated all these reports, they ran a script for this piece of it.
Mm-hmm. I think I can assign this to myself. Because I can go back and find the talks. Okay, yeah, so that looks right. Hydrophone, I think, does have enough people. I think it's got at least Dims and Ricky, I want to say.
Okay.
So I think that one doesn't need to call out. EDE framework, I think similarly is also all right. Kind is maybe. I don't know about kind.
Oh, there's I feel like Kind is probably one of the more better off ones as far as actually being maintained compared to something like any of the others in the list.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I think that covers the sub projects. Um,
There was also this blog post, uh, the spotlight on SIG testing.
oh yeah, no, that sounds great.
We could probably add that in here. No. I'm looking for The KubeCon videos.
Yeah, I can update those after, either way.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess we should format this markdown.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, all good. I just saw the ones below R, so. Yeah. Is there any other significant,
Do we want to go? I mean, I know it's not new, but like the division of Prowl, and I know it happened this year, but like I feel like we're reporting this annual report comes a bit too late in the year for me.
yeah, since it's already like 4 months in.
Yeah, we've made a lot of progress over the past 4 months that I feel like I want to report because I feel like what we're
Yeah.
reporting isn't the current state of things.
I agree, but I think this should probably just stick to the 2023.
That's
Unless we did like some significant like paving the way for it, which for the Proud move, I think. Actually, it did get started in 2023.
I
Just
at least
didn't
know we need to
finish.
go into the SIG testing page on k/community and update the Prowl links because they still point to testing from.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, when was the Oh, right. A lot of it was the documentation. So, of course, it's going to have more recent stuff. I think the Proud move is probably 2024. Like the
Okay,
majority of that definitely is.
that's fine. We'll hold off on it.
I kind of agree though. Maybe I can look back in notes and see. Okay. I think that should cover us relatively well. So,
Okay, sounds good.
all right. Do you want to call that good for now?
Yeah, I don't think we have much else.
All right. Yeah. Aside from that, is there any other topics that folks want to discuss? I think there's nothing
Yeah,
else on the agenda for
maybe,
now, but oh, go ahead.
yeah, maybe just a question regarding the recent move of the Pro repository. Is anything gonna change regarding the meeting that we have as of now? I mean, does the Pro move mean that we need to have another meeting for Pro, or we can discuss about it in this meeting?
My impression is I don't think there should be any change to the meeting. I think it would be possible for like if there's so like for instance, Hydrophone has like a meeting for their own project for like office hours and stuff that they requested. And I think that's fine to add. If we decide that we have enough like regular activity, or for some reason need a separate meeting, then Crowd can go on there. But I think for now it makes sense to continue having it in this, since it's like kind of holistically part of SIG testing. So I guess basically can request it if we find a need for it. No reason to spin it out of this meeting though, is my opinion.
All right,
Yeah,
it makes
Brittany?
sense. So it all depends by the activities that we have.
Yeah, I'm sure if we had like over half the meeting or more was dedicated to Prowl at that point, I think we would probably start leaning towards that. But at this point, I think we're okay.
Okay. All right.
Here now.
Hello, what's happening?
Hey,
Yeah, nothing much. We were just going over the annual report and question. Was there anything you wanted to add on the agenda?
Yeah, the power migration. We have the schedule draft for 131. I saw a pull request about that today, which means we have a windows in September. Let me find that quickly. Wait, where is my... I have this new laptop.
You and me both. I'm trying to be like, how do I work without a second monitor?
Exactly. So okay, so 131 will be done by first week of September and possibly before that. So I think we should try between September 7 and September 21 to do the power migration.
Can you list that again?
September 7, 17 or 7, yeah. I mean, starting at that date. So I think we should try to get the communication out next month or in June. When I say next month, I say May, but it should be June, where we have confirmed dates about the migration. So we know people can go over the beach and do nothing.
Got it. Okay. And I think consensus wasn't, or there wasn't a lot of discussion on the proposal, so it also sounds like, is it cutover that we're doing?
Yeah. Well, the draft up basically was like just the same people talking about the migration. And Christoph had like one question about why are we doing that over 2 weeks, and you gave a pretty good response. So, and we passed the consensus date. So yeah, I think
Okay.
I think next month we should try to do the migration. But we should do the communication about the fact that we're doing a migration.
Yeah.
And just outline what's happening exactly. No CI, no batch releases, where all SIG release or release engineering move the date of the batch releases to a later date or did that early, but in that window, nothing is happening.
Okay. That sounds good. And I know there's a few to do things that I think we could do before migration as well. But it sounds like between June and September, there will be some time to like try out some of the like smaller things. So
Yeah. Mohammed is working on bootstrapping the new infrastructure, so it should be fine. We have a conversation with Azure about plugging a Gates cluster. Get access to Azure resource. We should try to plug a build cluster between the new control plane and Azure and see what's happening.
okay.
I think the one thing I would like to see is just like once we have the new control plane, we copy paste all the prior job to the new cluster and we see things blow up. Like just trigger fire on purpose, just to see what's happening. Even if it's failing, we should basically be able to basically see the behavior of prow, even if we have like no credential or we don't have a Bosco pool.
I think the main thing that's a problem is triggering and whatnot with like webhooks and all of that. So are you like literally being like we should copy paste all the jobs, or like we should copy paste something like a few say periodics or something and just see if they blow up?
I think just the first try, just do a copy paste, because we are not plugging inside against the GitHub organization. So only the periodic we run.
Mm,
Even the configuration, we can disable tide and basically say, okay, tide is not working. We just leave the proud control manager works and just the periodics works, and we see what's happening. Experience by fire.
Yeah, not sure if I am following, but it seems that the plan is to migrate Proud to Kubernetes 0.31, right, in September. Is it the plan?
Yeah. After
okay.
Kubernetes 1.31. After 31 is released, Koto is done, and master branch is open for merge, we shut down the entire CI.
Okay, right, got it. I'm asking because we are going through a huge bump of the controller runtime dependency. If you see on the
Yeah,
repository,
by the
you got
time, yeah, I think by the time the bump will be fine, will be exercised against the existing infrastructure because it's auto bump, so it should be fine. And
yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the Golang dependencies. We should do that manually. And if you're gonna migrate towards Kubernetes 1.31, I think that we should considering bumping again at least some of the most important dependencies like the API, Go client, controller runtime, and so on and so forth.
No, what we want to do is just migrate Proud after the release of 131, but we don't need in case we don't need that because the GK cluster may not be available.
All right, okay.
So for us, bumping the Go module in Proud is kind of not really a blocker for us. Would be great to have that and maybe leverage the new feature regarding leader election for the migration, but it's not really a requirement.
yeah, I think just migration wise, we probably want to move things equivalently as much as possible, then upgrade later if we have to.
Yeah.
But
We
yeah.
can even stick to one version, because I think there's a conversation about versioning Proud. We can even basically say, okay, we stick to one version for the migration and that's it. And we enable the auto bump later.
Yeah, I think that'll be safe enough.
Okay, I think that's it for me. Yeah, I think I saw a lot of news about I would say current employer of Mitchell. So I'm wondering about test grid. Do we have guarantee about 2025?
I mean, I'm still on my 20% contribution here, so I've been a little bit not able to do 20% recently just because of being busy, but like I'm still going to be doing stuff around there, so I think those conversations can continue. Current plan is still as is. I am still doing the PR to like initialize the repository and like add some more details there about like some of the current functionality slash previous plans for the UI. Backend is still staying where it is in the GCP task grid repository. But new things can also be added in like the new repo, like no reason they can't. So basically I have my hands on both. Poke me if you have anything that you want to talk about.
I'm trying to get some help for test grid. I think that's like the one thing. I tried to do something during KubeCon Paris. It might take a while. So I'm trying to like get some help.
Got it, yeah. Yeah, like I guess I think that's great. I want to try and help there where possible. It's just gonna have to be like within a 20% commitment for me. at least as stands right now.
That's completely fine. What the idea is to basically get people doing the job, basically do the contribution.
Yeah,
So
I intend to detail, like, I have a very bare bones issue kind of listing, like, there's still some like things that we probably want to improve for the UI and like actually, get it stood up and like have all the have the results actually display on a new UI rather than continuing to use the current UI that's a closed source. So that I think is just the biggest thing, is making it so it's equivalent enough functionality that can happen, and standing it up as like a separate instance. There's also like we could also look at migrating the Kate's test grid instance, although I think it's and I agree it's not really as much a priority as like the Prow stuff, but it's also a lot easier than the Prow stuff because we can essentially stand up a like second instance pretty easily and then just like migrate people over that. UI aside. So I guess like, yeah, help would be appreciated. I am happy to help detail some stuff because like that issue is pretty bare bones and I need to sit down and like actually list out some details for like some of the possibilities for the UI. And then other than that, I mean, I pay attention to the test grid channel on Slack, so I think that's a good place to direct people and like have folks ask questions and whatnot.
okay, I will do my best because right now, yeah, I need to talk to a lot of people. So basically, SIG UI could be like the place where we could talk about test grid because they are the maintainer of the Kubernetes dashboard.
Ooh, okay.
So we can try some kind of campaign and basically reach out to them and basically say we have the newest front end we're trying to build and we need help. And we can even make that maybe a sub project SIG UI or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's under SIG UI charter, but if it makes sense for them and they're willing to help out, then that sounds great. And if not, then maybe at least pointing out some stuff that would be helpful in that regard.
Yeah, the other things I'm trying is to get CNCF contractors, which is a long shot. So I'm like, I don't have the power to basically make that happen, but I know people with that possibility. I'm trying to talk to those people. So I think that's like the one thing we can try. Unfortunately, the in-person conversation have to wait until November. So like I'm trying to basically talk to people. Anyway, crossing fingers.
Yeah, if you want to, if it would be helpful to include me on those conversations as well, feel free. If it's not, that's also totally fine.
Okay.
But yeah, feel free to stick me in conversations or meetings if it would help. The other bit that I'm gonna remind myself, because I know other people have noted it, is I know there are LFX mentorships available. I don't think I should take one on for like probably the next run because I don't think I can do that justice in terms of bandwidth, but like I could potentially look at one later this year as well. Just for like, mutually beneficial stuff for people getting to work on it and also them getting the experience, that kind of thing. But like the last one we had was a reasonable start on the UI, so.
Okay. I will keep you updated about this.
Sounds good. All right, any other topics that folks want to discuss, or should we call it for today?
I am okay.
Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, and everyone. See you later.
Bye.
See you
See
around
you,
Slack.
bye.